Hello, I'm Vincent McCory.
And I'm Dimiake Mwakaliele. This is In Focus.
Nigerian police say they are looking for two men suspected of planning Friday's Independence Day bombings that killed 12 people.
Militants claiming responsibility for the blast blame security services for the deaths because the group says its warnings were not taken seriously.
VOA correspondent Stearns reports Nigeria's president says those behind the bombings are using the struggles of the oil-rich Niger Delta to camouflage their goals.
The movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta says it carried out the Independence Day bombings because Nigeria has nothing to celebrate after 50 years of failure, including the neglect of the people and the environment in the oil-rich Delta. Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan is from the Niger Delta. He says the attack was carried out by a small terrorist group from outside the country that's using the problems of the Delta to camouflage their criminality.
It has nothing to do with the Niger Delta struggle. These are terrorists. We know them. We know their sponsors. We're on their trail. And by God's grace, some of them will face the law.
Niger Delta militants say they regret what they call the avoidable loss of lives and are blaming what they call the irresponsible attitude of security services for the deaths because they say the government was given 5 days prior notice of the attack. Nigerian intelligence services say they were warned ahead of the car bombings, but threats linked to al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb were general in nature. President Jonathan says there were security lapses and the government must re-examine its security system to face modern challenges with or without Friday's bombing. As Abuja cleans up from the blasts, residents say the city is in shock.
It's a surprise to everybody. Even in Nigeria here, we have Nigerian Army, we have Navy, we have Air Force, we have police, we have all those forces. They have anti-bomb squad. It's a surprise to everybody that something like this happened without detecting.
Abuja resident Alkana Habila says the bombings hurt the country's image just as it should be celebrating 50 years of nationhood.
This is a very massive blow, you understand, to the Nigerian government as a whole, you understand, and it will portray the country in a very bad light, you understand, the image of the country, because, you understand, it will scare away, you understand, foreign investors from investing in this country, and it will affect the economy.
Nigerian police say they're looking for two men who they believed planned the attacks. Photographs of the suspects, identified as Ben, Jesse, and Chima Orlu, were released to the public. A third man is in custody in South Africa. Former militant leader Henry Oka says he had nothing to do with the blasts. He was released from Nigerian custody just last year as part of a Niger Delta amnesty deal. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Dakar.